So I'm going to cut straight to the chase here. This video is a talking video of me talking to you about Blurb, what it means to me, what we've done, and how it's become how it is today, and why I make videos at all. So if you guys aren't into me talking or rambling on for the next 15 minutes or so, then you might want to watch some fluffy teddy bears or something. So anyways, let's get straight into the video. Hello there ladies and gentlemen, my name is Owen and welcome to this brand new video here on Blurb. So as I just said then, we are going to talk about basically why Blurb is Blurb, what I've done in previous, and why we've ended up to where we are now. So Blurb, the channel itself, has been going for 4 years now, and we're on 468 subscribers, and it's fluctuating quite a bit at the moment. Our most viewed video is my Astra dislike video, which has got quite a few reviews for the wrong reasons. I've mentioned this before in a previous video. That video has 17,000 views on it. I started off my videoing career, or I say career, you know, things that I've done whilst I was in high school. I always loved watching YouTubers play games, so I tried doing videos in regards to games, you know, gaming, general gaming, free games, stuff like that, indie horrors, that type of thing. And I think that channel went to 300 subscribers before I got bored of it. Couldn't afford to buy games at the time because of what I was doing as work. So I gave up on that channel and moved that one aside. There was a video I posted on this channel of me reacting to my old gameplay videos on that channel. You may have seen it, you may not have seen it. My second channel was one that I created whilst I was just starting college. Now when I went to college I was doing video animation for my first year and then video photography in my second and third years, and that was in my diploma. So you may have seen the video when I first started the channel of me talking about what I did in Yale College in College Cambria. So I started off my animations channel back then, which was called DWGA. Now, how it works is my first channel was called Dragon Warlord Gaming. It's been a name, my Steam name, for practically ages. You may have seen it. And that was DWG, which was my first channel. And DWGA was just the Dragon Warlord Gaming animations. So as daft as it sounds, that's the channel that I made at the time, and I did animation videos, more so on Five Nights at Freddy's type of thing, which was a big trend at the time. Is what people loved, what people liked to see, and I did well on that. I had over 6,000 subscribers or something or other. I'm sure we'll check that in this video anyways, but that video did, that channel did very, very well, and I actually had money back off YouTube for, you know, doing what I did on that channel, because each animation took at least 2 days to fully do, and I can imagine some of the people that do a lot more animations have a lot more time on their hands, for starters, but secondly, the time and effort it takes to do all that by yourself. That's video editing, that's the animations, the structure, everything else, the actual design plan, the storyline, everything. It must take absolutely ages for them, and I didn't have that time. Five Nights at Freddy's eventually then became a thing of the past. It started dying down. Not many people were liking it anymore because it's the same thing over and over again. So that died off as well. So I stopped doing videos on that. When I was a kid, I always used to dream of doing a car channel of some sort, or a car program of some sort. And I love watching Car Throttle. I like watching loads of car videos on YouTube, and I used to love binge watching Top Gear as a kid. So I thought, let's try something new here. I love making videos, I love editing, and I love doing something that's my own thing. I never used to show my faces, my personal face on the animations, and yeah, let's not get into the part that I did on the gaming thing, because I don't like watching those at all. So I made this channel that you're watching now, called Blurb. Where did the name come from? Well, as a kid, I was making videos on what I would like to do in future once before, but one of the names that stuck to me was when I was a kid. I used to sort of talk in my sleep type thing. I know, probably strange, but the name that I had in my head for a TV channel was Blurb, and the reasoning for Blurb is about me, my life, what I'm doing, what I'm learning type of thing. It's one of those things where you get to see what I do and who I am. It's a blurb type thing. And a blurb you typically see on the back of a book. In many ways I wish I never used Blurb the name, because if you type in Blurb it comes up with a blurb of a book or a blurb about something else. You know, it doesn't actually link to the channel. I should have used something that was a little bit more original, but that was the name I stuck with, and it's still here as a name, and I'm sure, fingers crossed, one day the name might grow. We'll see yet. So with Blurb, why did I get involved with cars? Well, I loved cars, as I've just said. My first car was a Zafira B. I never did any videos on that apart from one where I spoke about how I owned the car. You know, it was a car that I had but I never recorded with. I only did one video with that. And my second car was my Vectra C 1.8, which was a stunning looking car on the outsides, and the engine was not too bad for power wise, but what let that car down was the gearbox. But again, I didn't do many videos on that car. All I did do was videos I did for college with that car, and I did a few other bits I dislike about the car, what it's like to drive, etc., that type of thing, and stories. Basically videos like this where I'm talking to you guys directly. That was the type of videos I was doing at the time, and then my Astra came along. I was talking a bit about it, did more about the car, doing loads of different shots and doing all sorts of in-between shot type things, you know, showing you what the car looks like, what it does, what it's like, and what it costs to run, that type of thing. So I was doing videos like that, more driving videos, POV videos, the list is endless. And then a couple of months later I decided, after a breakup with my ex-partner, I had money aside for a holiday that was just sitting there, and I decided, well, my mental health was going upside down about multiple different things. So I spoke to a friend of mine saying, well, I'll be interested in buying a project car at some stage. I got a call the next day saying, do you want to come and have a look and help me out with this car? So I come down, had a look, and there was a pastel blue Cavalier 1.8, had no keys. Interior was immaculate, but the bodywork was completely rotted out. It would cost a lot more than what I spent on the course already just to get the bodywork fixed, never mind everything else. I decided not to go for that, but I did see a nice little Corsa sat on his drive. I said, well, whose Corsa is that? I'm using it to strip the gearbox out of it and send it around a tree. My mate Jethro said, you've seen his car before with his Calibra, lovely looking thing, and he's still got that, but that car might be on its end course. He's bought another one that he's going to do up, and unfortunately that other car, yeah, it might not be going for much longer. But aside from that, I bought the Corsa off him because I didn't want it to die. It was clean, it looked perfect, I drove it, and it was just a blast to drive. Even though it's an automatic, it's the first automatic I've ever driven and owned, should I add, and it was fun. And I've never, before I bought that car, I never used to like Corsas. My mother had a Corsa D, which she got rid of about the same time as I got my Insignia, and that was slow. It was awful, but a good car nonetheless. I've driven plenty of Corsa Cs, they're okay, but they've never really given anything, you know, it's not been anything special. But the Corsa B, there's something about it that was just quirky in its own right. And to be fair to the little car, I've had it since it was on 63,000 miles, it's now on 73,000 miles, it's been stood on the unit for a year. It's had a hard life, I've given it a hard life. I can't blame the car itself for what's gone on, because I've scampered on cheap bits, I've done things myself, maybe incorrectly. you know, buyer's remorse in some parts type thing, like jumping the gun type of thing. So everything that's happened to that car, I don't care about. But the fact that it's now finally here, sitting outside ready for me to just jump in and drive, is what's making me happy, especially after the year that it's been in the unit for. Also, just quickly to interrupt, that unit that the car was in has now been knocked down. It is no longer a unit. They will be building some more. I am not sure when they will erect them, but again, an update will come shortly, I'm sure, to show you what the new units will look like, what they're like. They're going to be a similar thing to what they already are, but just to let you know that the unit has now been flattened. So yeah, after the Corsa, I drove that for a while, had a little accident with it, but I've done, of recent anyway, since COVID started in 2020, I've done a lot more videos on the Corsa, and I did loads of videos on the Astra with the MOTs and all that sort. And then we bought Sarah's car, the Mark V Astra. We still have that car. She is now driving it. She's passed the test, so she's driving it. There's no issues at all. She's complaining about a few noises here and there. The MOT is in February, so I'm sure there'll be a video on that at some stage, perhaps. And then I bought the Insignia. The Insignia, which replaced the Astra. I had the Astra for a solid 3 years. Good car, fantastic car, couldn't fault it in any way, shape or form, gave me no problems for the 3 years that I had it. And I bought that on 37,000 miles and I got rid of it on 70. So I can't say fairer than that. And I hope the Insignia will give me the same reliability as I had with that. And I've already done 12,000 miles in the Insignia. Speaking of which, it's just clocked 50,000 miles 2-3 days ago. That car so far in the last 7-8 months has been fantastic. I cannot fault it. I love the thing. Driving it is a dream, and I've always wanted one of them. I wanted a Vectra when they first came out, but now they've aged. That ship sailed. But when the Insignia first came out, that particular one, when that shape first came out, I've always wanted one, and here I am now talking to you with the keys in my pocket probably for that car. Now I want to also just mention as well, I don't get any monetization for any of these videos that are on Blurb. I did when I had the animations channel, but that was because I was making such a mass amount and I spent a lot of time with it, but also there was a lot of views, a lot of subs, and there's certain YouTube regulations that inhibit me from actually getting money from this channel. But I'm not in it for the money anyways. I'm here because it's a hobby. It's something I've always loved to do, and it's something I'm continuing to do. There is no stopping what I want to do. I know my videos are a bit inconsistent at times, but that's just the way the ball rolls. You know, I still work for a living. I still do my job at Discount Domestics, and you know, it's a lovely job. I've been there now 5 years probably now, and that job, it's honestly, throughout COVID, it has been so secure, so pleasant, so happy. I'm happy to be still working there. I'm really happy to still work there, and I don't think that will stop anytime soon just yet. 2021 has been a weird year. 2020 was a complete bonkers of a year where nobody knew what the fuck was going on. But 2021 has been just a weird bundle of problems and positives. It's been a really weird year, but we've got through it. And I want to thank you all for watching these videos. I know I've been rambling for what looks like 15 minutes on my phone, probably a bit not as long on your phones or your computers, whatever you're watching this video on, or wherever you're watching this video. But I hope you guys like the content. I know half of you probably don't like me talking on and on and on about the same thing all the time, but it's just the way I am. I like to talk directly to my viewers, and we're on 468 subscribers, and I'm proud of that. You know, it's not a lot, I'm proud of that, because this is, although my animations channel had 5-6k subs, they were all because they saw my animations, not because they saw me. But the fact that I've got nearly 500 subscribers because of people are watching me, I'm proud of that. And I'd like to say my editing is getting improved day in and day out, and with different videos that I do. I think we're on 129 videos so far, and I know it's slow, but we're getting there. You know, slow and steady wins the race, as they say. But again, for all you guys that are watching this video right now who are already subscribed, thank you for the support throughout the entire year and the year before, if I haven't said it already. And yeah, that was the story of us and, well, me and Blurb. You know, where Blurb came about, and how Fuming came about, and things that have gone on throughout difficult times, and this is where we are now. So I want to thank everybody for the support that they've given me throughout the years that I've done YouTube. You know, I've probably done YouTube now for a good 7-8 years now. But I also want to wish you guys a very, very happy Christmas. We're on the 23rd today as I'm recording this video, so I've got a day to edit this before Christmas. So I want to wish you all a very happy Christmas and also a happy New Year. The likelihood of me making videos before New Year is probably slim. There may be the odd 1 or 2 small clips that I've got on the computer ready to be uploaded, but other than that, I won't be making any fresh stuff for the next couple of weeks, just to sort of enjoy the Christmas period and all that sort, as I'm sure you guys would do as well. So again, if you don't see me, have a lovely Christmas and a happy New Year. Take care, guys. If you haven't liked this video already, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Take care. Carry you home.